Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Please raise your right hand, put your left hand on the Bible. I state your name.
Aisha Braveboy.
Do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and that I'll be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland
and that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
and support the Constitution and laws thereof,
that I will support the Charter and laws of Prince George's County,
that I will support the Charter and laws of Prince George's County,
and that I will, to the best of my skill and judgment,
and that I will, to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully, without partiality or prejudice, execute the office of the County Executive for Prince George's County, Maryland,
execute the office of County Executive for Prince George's County, Maryland,
according to the laws and Constitution, according to the Constitution and laws of the state,
according to the Constitution and laws of the state,
and the Charter and laws of Prince George's County.
and the Charter and laws of Prince George's County.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
And now, it is my distinct honor to introduce the newly sworn in Prince George's County Executive, the Honorable Aisha Braveboy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, this is quite overwhelming. Please sit. Please sit. I'm pretty overwhelmed. I knew this day was coming, but I didn't know exactly what was planned because the planner told me, I've got some surprises for you. And boy, did she. So thank you so much, IJ, for being our super amazing planner. You know, I stand before you today just humbled and really profoundly honored. Not just that I won a race for this very high office, but that God in so many ways elected me too. That God elected me. You know, that first election, I think I was the winner when he elected me to be born to the two best parents, Cuthbert and Norma Braveboy, who have just been so tremendous in my life. He elected me to have a fabulous, super beautiful sister in Anika and two awesome nieces, Tiara and Alyssa. It has been just a pleasure to grow up in a family with so much love, and I know that my cousins are also here today, so thank you to my cousins. I also want to thank my wonderful boyfriend, William, who he's a protector. And I know, Dawn, you talked about Wes being a protector, or our governor, sorry. Governor being a protector. And he keeps me grounded. He reminds me to always remember Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And now it's my job to carry that message to all of Prince George's County. We all have a future. We all deserve to prosper. But I did not get here alone, and nor will I lead alone, and nor was I the first to be in this position. And I'm grateful to have 3 former county executives here today. County Executive, the Honorable Jack B. Johnson. The Honorable Rashawn Baker. And our amazing, look, she has taken Prince George's County to Capitol Hill, and guess who knows about it? RFK. Our wonderful Senator, Angela Also Brooks. You know, these amazing leaders in so many ways have inspired me in the work that I will do. Mr. Johnson, I remembered that it was under your leadership that the county received its first AAA bond rating. I remembered that we were able to build Prince George's in a way that we had never built it before, with National Harbor, with Woodmore Town Center, with the county's first Wegmans, and everybody was so happy. And Rashawn, I know, and we have talked about this because you're going to help out on this, the Transforming Neighborhoods initiative that was undertaken by your administration really did transform communities. It was about beautifying communities, but also giving those individuals who live in those communities that had been neglected the attention that they deserve. And I look forward to working with you to continue to grow the Transforming Neighborhoods initiative. And I know that our senator is busy, so I think she may have had to leave, but our senator has done so much to ensure that our children are being educated in first-class schools. She was the first county executive in the nation to employ P3 schools as a way to fund education, bringing home much-needed new classrooms to our county in like lightning speed. So we thank her for her tremendous work for this county. And so what I know is that working with this awesome county council, headed by my little brother, Ed Burrows, I know that our best days are absolutely ahead. And we will get there. We will get there by unifying, and we are united. This is the first time in a very long time that the county will see a unified executive branch, legislative branch. We're working so closely with our new state's attorney, Tara Jackson. Why don't you stand up? We swapped places yesterday, literally. And I'm grateful to you, and I look forward to your leadership in an office that I love so much. And I know that you do too. But our municipalities, I know so many of our municipal officials are here. To me, you are co-equals. We need you, you need us. We will work together. And we will work with the guidance of those who are in our federal delegation, many of whom have served us for several decades. And they're still only in their like 30s, 40s, but somehow they've been able to achieve so much. So thank you so much to our Dean, Steny Hoyer. Thank you so much for your tremendous work. You are now my member of Congress. I got moved to the 5th district, but my former member, Glenn Ivey, thank you so much for your leadership. And to the Honorable Chris Van Hollen. Wow. What I'll say is that Chris will go anywhere in the world to stand up for the rights of Marylanders. So thank you so much for doing that. And to some of the most amazing, dynamic women who are leading our state, our comptroller, Brooke Learman, our amazing Lieutenant Governor, who used to be my colleague in the House of Delegates, Aruna Miller. And to, honestly, I can say this, I think she is probably, without a doubt, the smartest, boldest, most beautiful First Lady that any state has. First Lady Dawn Moore. Your leadership is amazing. And you all work with a delegation that we send to Annapolis that's second to none. So to the senators and delegates who are here today, look, I'm going to be coming begging, okay, because we got a lot of work to do here in Prince George's County, and we need a true partnership. What I will promise to all of you is that I will be open, I will be transparent, I will ask for your ideas. Because guess what? I should not be, and I will not be, the only one with good ideas. You know, everyone is elected because they were able to convince people who they represent that they had a voice, that they could, in fact, make an impact. And just because I'm in the position of county executive doesn't mean that I'm going to own all of the good ideas, and I don't mind sharing this platform with all of you. And to the residents of Prince George's County, I feel the same way about you. We will have regular town halls because we have the most brilliant people anywhere in America here in Prince George's County. That I know. And so, again, I look forward to leading, to being the voice, but I also look forward to getting the input from those who I lead. That is who I am as a leader. When I joined the office of the state's attorney, it was just a humbling experience walking into an office with seasoned attorneys who some I knew, but many of whom I did not know, who really were very skilled, hardworking people who honestly were not being paid fairly. The first promise I made to them was that I would work hard to provide parity for not only our attorneys, but other employees of the office. And I can tell you, in working with the county council and working with the Also Brooks administration as well as the Jackson administration, we have gone from being one of the lowest paid offices in the state to one of the highest paid offices in the state of Maryland. But again, as I mentioned, I did not do that alone. I may have had the vision, but it takes coordination to make it a reality. And so just know that I will value each and every one of you. I want to thank my team at the State's Attorney's Office. This is very bittersweet. I love being State's Attorney. I love being State's Attorney so much that right after I won the general election, I was in court with John Church picking a jury for a trial that ended 2 days before today. Okay, so but that case was important to me. It involved the death of Madam Silla, who was a teacher, an educator at a French immersion school in Greenbelt, Maryland. I remembered getting a call the day after my birthday in 2023. My birthday is July 29th. I got the call on July 30th from the president of the teachers union who said, "Can you help us find our missing teacher? She went missing last night." And what I realized then is that she went missing on my birthday. She went missing on my birthday. And so when we discovered weeks later that a torso that was found was actually hers, that she was killed, that she was dismembered, that she was throwing down rocks like, garbage, I said, I'm going to try that case myself. I'm going to hold her murderer responsible, because there was no way that she deserved the ending that she got. This was a woman who was a devout Muslim. She was peaceful. She prayed. She walked, in Shram Hills Park for exercise. This was a woman who had a regimen because she loved her students. She was always showing up for them. She was a beloved teacher. And I can tell you that even though I was going through a campaign and a transition, I kept my eye and my focus on making sure that we could try this case and get her justice. And I'm so grateful to have been able to work with, again, ASA John Church as we prosecuted this case, brought Miss Scylla to life in the courtroom. And just on Tuesday, the jury delivered a verdict of guilty of first-degree murder. What a way to end my tenure as state's attorney. I can tell you that, State's Attorney Jackson, I'm leaving you in office that's strong. We have high conviction rates, a 90% homicide conviction rate, 95% gun conviction rate. We've worked with our amazing members of the Prince George's County Police Department as well as our municipal departments to lower carjackings by over 40% here in Prince George's County. We are doing a phenomenal job. I built a public integrity unit. I worked to build a conviction and sentencing integrity unit that allowed us to give those who deserved it a second chance at life. And because of that work, we have nearly 100 individuals who did not think that they would ever see the light of day, who are back in our communities. And guess what? They are not reoffending. There's not one person who's reoffending, because you know what? What I believe is that God's word and God's promise is real, and that redemption is possible. That redemption is possible. We created a discovery unit in our office, and I want to thank you and the also Brooks administration for understanding the needs that we had. And what I will promise you is that moving forward, as you identify needs, I will be there for you too. So thank you very much. I chose today because I could have been sworn in any time after the 13th. But when I discovered that today was Juneteenth, I said, you know what? I want to be sworn in on a day that has meaning separate and apart from myself. This day is about emancipation. It's about liberation. It's about remembering how folks who look like me got to this country, but that we still deserve, to be able to achieve the promise of America. And while at the time our ancestors were brought here, we were not brought here to be in these positions, but it was the resilience of our ancestors, the determination of our ancestors. We have a significant African community here in Prince George's County. Those of us who were born here, those of us from the diaspora, like my father who immigrated to this country from Grenada, and those of us who had the fortune to be born on the continent and came here in pursuit of the American dream. So to all of us whose ancestors fought for us to be here, I say thank you. To all of those in this room, no matter your race, your creed, your color, your origin, where you came from, what color you are, know that I am a county executive for you too. We have to be united. We have to show the way. I see beauty in everybody. I see hope in each and every one of you, and I see a future filled with promise, filled with prosperity, and filled with love. My job as county executive is to ensure that everyone feels that feeling each and every day. You know, we have some challenges. We do. We have individuals who are dealing with mental health issues. We have individuals who are dealing with abuse. We have individuals, because of what is going on at the federal level, who wake up every morning wondering if they'll return home to see their families. That is a fact. It is a fact. And so my policies, what I say, what I do, I know will have an impact on how these individuals will be able to grow here in Prince George's County. So understand that I'm focused on those who raise their voices and also those who don't believe that they have the ability to have a voice. Trust me, I am your voice. I'm a voice for all people. And my goal as I move forward in using this voice is to elevate Prince George's County, to elevate Prince George's County and give everyone an opportunity to elevate in this county. And so where does that begin? That begins by unifying all of us. That means that our personal interests have to be subordinate to the interests of the people. And I know that my colleagues on the council, the school board, the municipal officials, our federal delegation, our state delegation, I know that they believe the same thing. And so we are going to work together to provide to you a united Prince George's County. A united Prince George's County. If we have issues or disagreements, which is okay, it's healthy, what we will not be is disagreeable. We will talk it out. That is the tone that I must set because we have great work to do. Number one, we have to clean up the streets of Prince George's County, right? We have to make sure that our roadways are as beautiful as all of you in this room. And that is what I am committed to do. That's right, gorgeous Prince George's. We also have to unite because guess what? We have to become more competitive as a county. That starts with beautifying because you want to be able to attract investment, good investment. But as we work to attract investment, to bring new development to our county, I know that I can't do it alone. I'm going to need the support of the council if I want to pursue tax incentive financing or bond deals. I know I'm going to need the support of the state, which the governor has already promised me. Y'all heard him, right? As we move forward with state money to execute some of these projects. And of course, now I know it's going to be a little tough at the federal level because, you know, we have some interesting folks running government right now. But just know that guess what? They won't be around forever. But guess what? We will be. We will be. And so we're going to keep our eyes on the prize because guess what? We won the FBI headquarters fair and square. And mark my words, we can wait them out. We can wait them out because at the end of the day, I do believe that those that good often wins over evil. Good often wins but you have to have resilience. You have to have determination, and you have to have focus. And guess what? You got a county executive with all those things, so you're good. We also have to look at the talent within our community and begin to purchase more from the businesses located here in Prince George's County. And I'm committed to doing just that. I'm committed to doing just that. Because what I've said, and I know if Darryl Barnes is in the room, which I know he is, my favorite quote that he likes to repeat is, "It's good business to do business with the people of Prince George's County." And that's not just a saying, right? It's reality. Because as we grow our businesses, our tax base grows. So we're going to spend dollars. We spend over $1 billion every year on goods and services. We're going to purchase anyway. Why not purchase from qualified businesses located here, where we get the income tax, the business tax? And guess what? If we don't have a company that performs the service or has the goods, okay, that we may have to, for a period of time, purchase outside, but why can't we grow those companies here? And so, Mr. Johnson, you had the incubator program. Mr. Baker, you had the incentive fund. We're going to take both of those great ideas and create something that will incentivize businesses, give them a place to live if they don't have a place outside of their homes, which some businesses don't. But we will create the things and the products and the services that we need so that we can be more self-sufficient, self-reliant. But we have that ability right now. We have so many businesses who are doing work at the federal level, whose work is being threatened because of this administration. If those companies fail, we fail as a county. But a lot of companies say, well, I can do work at the federal level, but for some reason, I can't get business in the county. And what I want to figure out is why. And let's just resolve it. And if you know anything about me, I don't like to waste a whole lot of time. Whatever the resolution is to the issue, that's what we're going to do, okay? And so we are going to resolve that so that we can purchase more and you can bring more tax income back to the government. So I appreciate those business owners because you've taken a chance, just like us as politicians, when we put ourselves out there to the scrutiny of the public, asking for their support. It's the same as you, because you're offering a good, you're offering a service, you're offering yourself, you're offering your life work, hoping that someone will see your value. Let me tell you, Angela, I see you. I see your value. I see your neighbor's value. I see the value of every single person in this room. And I am grateful that we have a strong business community here that will get even stronger under my leadership. To our children, I graduated from Largo High School, okay? I'm from here. I'm from here. I spent my entire career in Prince George's County Public Schools. Prince George's County Public Schools, I love our school system. I remember my mother and a group of women fought to bring professional strands to Largo High School. Now, there was a law and public policy strand, but I took biotech because my mom told me to. Figured out that wasn't my forte because my dad said, I think you're going to be a lawyer. I think it was because I talked too much. But whatever the case is, Dad, you were right. Mom, you were wrong. That's the only time, because usually my mom's the one who's right. But I love the fact that my parents were not just focused on my education, but the education of all students in Prince George's County. And what I will tell you is that I am interested in ensuring and working with our board to ensure that no matter what your zip code is, no matter whether or not you came from this country and you speak English as your first language, that I'm going to be focused on your success too, which means we are going to work with our school system to develop early interventions for our children who are struggling. We must identify their educational needs early. And then we can then work with nonprofits who are willing. Some of you have said, you know what, I've been trying to get into the schools, but I can't. I got a project, I got a program, I've got this track record, but I can't get into the building to help those kids who I know need it. The doors will be open to the community. Those school doors will be open to the community. Because we can't just complain when our kids aren't performing or doing what we want them to do or getting into trouble when they have needs that have been unmet. When they have needs that have been unmet. Let's meet those needs. Let's do those innovative projects like our council chair, Ed Burrows, has spearheaded. You know, we can do this. We can do this. The sororities, the fraternities, nonprofits, Jack and Jill, we've got those nonprofits here. We've got to fund them, but we also have to let them have access. We can do our due diligence, make sure that the people who come in our schools are safe, but we can't close our kids out from the world because guess what? They see the world on their phones. They see the world on their phones. And wouldn't I rather you, Mayor Adams, speak to that child rather than some person or thing on the other end of a phone? So we got to do some things differently here in Prince George's County. And I don't mind doing things differently. You know, I'm incredibly humbled and grateful by the incredible staff, and I would be remiss not to mention the state's attorney staff, our leadership team headed by my principal deputy, or now former principal deputy, Jason Abbott. Jason, thank you, and your beautiful wife for being here. Deputy Cindy Bridgeford, thank you. Deputy Perry Paler, thank you so much. And to my amazing Chief of Staff in the County Executive's Office, who also serves as my campaign manager, Judy Danso. Thank you so much for your work, for your dedication, for your love. And to my entire campaign team, I apologize for not being able to say each and every one of your names because it would be too many and I don't want to forget anyone. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for the time that you sacrifice. Thank you just for your skills. Thank you just for the love that you shared for me and my vision. And I hope that as I execute this office, you believe that your time, your love, your sweat, your tears were not in vain. I hope that you see in me someone who does what she says she's going to do and talks the talk and walks the walk. That is who I have always been as a human being, and that's who I will be as county executive. You know, I mentioned that we have a very diverse community here in the county. I am the daughter of an immigrant. I can tell you that this probably is the first campaign in a very long time that the energy, the excitement was motivated by our immigrant community. You know, I am 52.9% Nigerian. 52.9% Nigerian. And the Nigerian community embraced me. They said, oh, you're one of us. You're our girl. And And that embrace helped me to understand more of who I am as a person, my background, my culture, why I like jollof rice so much. And guess what? Nigerians make it better. Okay. Just joking. But anyway, I just wanted to add a little levity because this is just an amazing day in my life, and each and every one of you have made it so special. To my beautiful sorors of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, thank you. Thank you so much for that tribute. I was not expecting it. I know that Sora Alston put you all up to that, so we'll deal with you later. Thank you. I appreciate you. And as I move forward in choosing members of my cabinet, just know that I'm choosing them with you in mind. Just yesterday, I chose a new police chief. Chief George Nader. Chief Nader, like me, grew up here in Prince George's County. He, like me, ran around the streets of Prince George's County. Now, I didn't put on a uniform and carry a badge and gun, but we stay in the community. That's who he is. He is going to be a tremendous chief for the people. And he has an amazing right hand in George Nichols, who, when I tell you, let me tell you, George, he might be one of those pretty boy Kappas, but let me tell you, he can rumble with the best of them. And they're going to be led, I guess, by another Kappa, and Mel Powell, who'll be our public safety director. So I want to thank the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi, and of course everyone, because this will be, it's just going to be amazing. In addition to them, I have chosen our new Chief Administrative Officer, Maxine Bardwell, who looks like she's wearing blue and gold over there. This woman comes to us with so much experience. I was like, I hope she'll take this job, because it's going to be a tremendous job, but she is an inspector general. She is a CPA, certified auditor. She just got sworn in as head of the CPAs for the state of Maryland, so congratulations to you. This is someone who will be looking at the performance of each and every county agency to ensure that we are delivering the services that our residents deserve, that we are spending our money wisely, and that we are holding agency heads accountable and ensuring that our employees have what they need, but also deliver for the residents of Prince George's County. I could not think of a more qualified person than you, Maxine, to do this job, and I thank you so much for taking on this tremendous challenge with me. Look, over the next few weeks, we will be rolling out other appointments, and so to all of you, it is not too late to apply. AishaBraveboy.com/transition if you are interested in joining this administration, whether it's at a senior level or an entry level, we have opportunities for you. So thank you again, Prince George's County, for electing me. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. And for those of you who I'll see tomorrow night, wear your dancing shoes. Thank you. God bless you. Goodbye.